consciously practicing simplicity and some supposed version of minimalism for over 7 years now. My aha moment came after I read a book about adopting a capsule wardrobe, in addition to the things and tools that I learned in recovery from my eating disorder. And the drastic simplification that came about as a result bled into every single area in my life, internally and externally. So why then? As somebody who practices this discipline, in addition to teaching it, do I still experience clutter rebound? And more importantly, how do I deal with it? I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so first let's define clutter rebound. When things you don't love or need, clutter, pile up in your home after you've made a life-altering change in how you shop, consume, and store items in your home, that is clutter rebound. It is often accompanied by a sense of embarrassment or shame, with thoughts of, how could I let this happen again? But here's the thing, and hear me out on this one. Clutter is not the problem, and the elimination of clutter is not the solution. What is really going on when we simplify or minimize, and I'm pretty sure most people would agree with me on this one, is that we're becoming mindful of our habits. Yes, we do get rid of things. We have purges and they're very, very cleansing. But what's happening in that is that we're becoming aware of why we purchase or consume things in the first place. And we realize that a lot of the appetites we're trying to satisfy are futile and arbitrary and very unsatisfiable. It's this new self-awareness of our habits that change how we spend in the future. And it also changes how we treat the things we decide to keep after a purge. So with that in mind, when you see that clutter has made its way back into your house, there are things you don't love or don't need that you have to get rid of now, that's a win! You are aware of what you've been doing. So much of this consumerism that we're sick of is that we spend mindlessly. I think it's very seductive to think to yourself, I shouldn't have made these purchases in the first place. But that is shame-based and ridiculous. Nobody's perfect. In addition, I'm gonna say it again, when you see these things in your home that you don't love or you don't need or you don't use, that is a win. Your awareness has been raised. Instead of getting discouraged or listening to shame, use it as an opportunity to investigate why you brought these things into your home. Maybe you thought that you would like it. I know when I was incorporating color back into my wardrobe, I ended up getting rid of a bunch of stuff that I brought in at first because I either didn't like how it felt against my skin, or I didn't think that the color was flattering on me, or it just didn't fit right after I wore it for a little while. Maybe you had a problem that you thought an item would be a solution to and it wasn't. Or maybe you even reverted back to your previous mindset and you were purchasing things mindlessly again. It's still not a loss. It is a win because you see it again. The purpose of simplifying and minimizing, I think for most people who practice it, is not to live with as few items as you can. It's to be mindful of what you have and why you consume the way you do. It is not a loss if you revert back. It is a win when your awareness is heightened and you see it. Don't be discouraged. Don't be ashamed. Be proud of yourself for noticing what you see. A special thank you to Sharon for asking me this question on Instagram today. Go ahead and follow me on there. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow.